Hi, welcome back to the CQI tutorial series. Today we're going to look at benefit realization. If I click onto the demo project that we created in some of the previous tutorials, we will get a screen that looks similar to this. We can then click onto benefits realization under project management green module. Right, now for benefits, you have to think of do we have a reduction in material, reduction in plant, reduction in cost? Are you trying to increase flow? So you have to have an understanding of what your project's trying to achieve. So these are a case of little tick boxes. So you go through and you select whatever one's appropriate. However, to add a realization or a KPI, as they're sometimes known as, you click on the Add New Benefit box. And when that screen appears, you have a benefit type shown as such. So it is a drop-down menu, which you'll see from the little arrow in the corner. So click that. We have benefits and cost, time, quality, patient experience, safety, sustainability, culture, staff experience, or other. So we're going to look at a quality project in this instance. Now, for the quality, you can enter a description, and that's something that will make your life easier a little further down the line when you do your project write-up, so you know what you're trying to achieve to begin with. And again, that sort of ties in with our project justification. It's free text, so you can add anything you want. So I'm being very inventive and just adding anything. And you can select the change you require. So is it going to be a neutral benefit? So is it going to remain the same? Are you going to increase the quality or decrease? Now, decrease in quality aspects doesn't sound like it's a good thing, but if you had another benefit such as cost, you might want to decrease cost. So you actually select these yourself. So in this case, we want to increase our quality, and we have a value down below. Now, the value is numerical, but it's free text, so you add in your own benefit. So I want to put in 10. It's important to note that you can add on a percentage or you can add it as a number. Now, for quality, percentage is probably more likely going to be the one you want to add, whereas you would have some other benefits where you may want to focus on just numbers. So what we're trying to say here is that we want to increase this quality project by 10%, and we can actually start inputting our own milestones below. So for the milestones, we have a projection and we have an actual. These are broken into, in this demonstration, they're broken into quarters, but they will also be available monthly. And we have a to date and we have a total at the end. Now, the to date for the actuals, as you start inputting them, you may only be on this Q2, or it says Q1, but it is Q2 in this instance. So it will add everything up to date, whereas the total for the projection would be the calculation between all of these combined. So if I want to increase this by 10%, I might want to increase it by 2% in the first quarter. We might want to increase it by 3% in the second quarter. Then we might want to not increase anything, and we might want to increase it by 5% finally for the big push at the end of the project from that one. So as you can see, we've got our 10% target, which is a projection there. And for the two dates, because it's on Q1, it's shown this date hasn't passed yet, this Q1 in 2016. So the to date is appearing as 2. So for actual, we may not have hit that target at all. So we may have 1%. These are RAG rates. So because we haven't hit a target, that's now appearing as red. But we might have overperformed. So if I put in 4, it then goes on to green. And it's on a RAG system, red, amber, green. So the amber is if it's almost hitting target, but not quite. Green is if it's hitting target or it's over target. And red means you're not going to achieve that. And then before we move on to our next section, it's very important that you press the save button. So once we've pressed save, we can now say that's saved. And we have the new benefits realization in there. There's a couple of different options in here. You might not be happy with that benefit, so there's a delete option. So you can click here, delete this benefit. You can also edit it. Now, it's important that you get this right to begin with in the project, and you take a sort of screenshot of where you're at the point in time, because you don't really want to be changing these as the project progresses. You may have to in some instances, but you want to keep that very consistent all the way through. And then finally we have this one here, which is view milestones. And if I click that, a new menu should appear, and it's just so you get a snapshot. So that might be something you want to follow through, or it might be an aspect you want to report on. I'm just going to press OK, come up with that. And that's the end of the benefits realizations. In the next tutorial, we will be looking at our action log. Again, you can click down this left-hand menu to enter the action log. You can also access it through the projects at the top of the page, or you can follow us on to the next tutorial series to access it that way.